you know, in the follow-up week that had Democracy Awakening, it was crazy to me to think that TMZ was the one who broke the story. Honestly and authentically, and if you want to give yourself a little experience of what media literacy is, look at how my arrest was posted by all the different media sections. Some of them really went into what Democracy Spring was about, taking the money out of politics, overturning Citizens United, Democracy Awakening, restoring the Voting Rights Act. Some of that was talked about, but it didn't really get into the fact that I talked about, yes, that's what we were there for, but also that the police were really great with us, but they're not always so great with Black Lives Matter activists and dreamers and Occupy movements. And maybe we can learn from this and start bridging that gap. But it's interesting to see in the different media outlets what they chose to say about it. And that'll be a really good lesson to you to look up. Because we are really fending for ourselves right now. We are literally under attack for not just supporting the other candidate. Now, I'm with Monica Lewinsky with this. Bullying is bad. She's actually dedicated her life now to talking about that. And now, as a campaign strategy, we are being bullied. And somehow that is okay and not being talked about with the richness that it needs to. I'm with the candidate who voted against the Patriot Act twice. I'm with the candidate who recognizes that Edward Snowden did us a solid.
And at the same time, this is an area that Donald Trump has almost kind of promised a direction in which he'll go if she is the nominee.
Go for it. I mean, it's not going to work. These are some moldy old cards, Brian. I mean, the 20-year-old, I mean, my God. Seriously, if Republicans want to run against Hillary on Bill's ancient mistresses, you know, it's just not going to work. I would say this, though. Politicians who put out celebrities as if they're some kind of political experts or foreign policy advisors deserve the stupid things those celebrities say. Did you really think Rosario has any insightful things to say about the political system? No, she's there because she's famous, and that's it.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so I thought you guys want to see this Rosario Dawson clip. At the very least, I'll play the full Rosario Dawson clip at the end of me speaking, and then I'll play the clip of the Presstitutes talking about her bringing up Monica Lewinsky. I thought it was very interesting that the Presstitutes want to talk about her bringing up Monica Lewinsky, but don't actually want to play what she had to say about Monica Lewinsky. In fact, they don't ever, well, I might have seen one little tiny clip of her on the news, but they don't play what she says. They talk about, you know, her coming out and saying these things about Hillary, but they don't actually play clips of her. And the reason that they don't actually play clips of her, or that they, there's a couple reasons. One, because she's so pretty. You know, people are going to be like, oh, I want to go see that speech. But they don't play clips of her because it's not that she's using Monica Lewinsky. It's that she's calling out the media over and over again for bullying the American people, lying to the American people. In the last speech, which was one of the most viewed videos of the month on Fox News, her last speech, Rosario Dawson, her last introduction of Bernie Sanders, she said, "Shame on you, Hillary." In fact, that was the title of the video that I posted, was "Shame on you, Hillary." And then she went on to say, "And shame on you, mainstream media, for, you know, not telling the truth about Bernie Sanders, for being so incredibly biased." Right? And then they have this twat Ellis on here who's talking about her like she's a prostitute, when in fact, you know, like she's a whore, when in fact the only reason that he is allowed on television, and he's mostly on Fox News, The only reason he's allowed on television news is because he is a bought and paid for mouthpiece. He knows what he's supposed to say, and then he does it in his own little shtick. You know, he has his own little comedy, you know, kind of arrogant, you know, whatever. And they know what he's going to say. You know, he's a controlled opposition. He's a known quantity. So that is the absolute only reason that you are on television, Ellis, is because you're not a loose cannon. You're not going to speak your mind. It's not important to you whether you're speaking the truth or not. All that matters is you get a paycheck. That's it. That's it. That's the only reason you're on television. So we're clear. Ellis. If you want to see the full Bernie Sanders rally, it ran a little bit more than an hour. There's a clickable link in the text body of this video. There's a little box right below the video on the video page, on the YouTube video page. And right below the video, it says Alternate Mox News YouTube page. Click here. That will take you right to where the Bernie Sanders rally is now live and posted. Over at the Alternate Mox News YouTube page, because there's a copyright violation on this page. And it's going to be one for a little while, so it'd be really good if you subscribe to the alternate page so that you can get the videos that are over 15 minutes. Because it's no fun if you're not there. You know, you guys are what makes Mox News interesting. You guys are what makes Mox News what it is. So please go and subscribe to the Alternate Mox News YouTube page so that it can be all that it can be because of you, because you're there. Okay? Thanks very much for your continued support. If you'd like to buy me lunch, it's very easy to do. There is a clickable link in the text body of the video. It says, Mox News needs your help. And when one of you guys takes a minute to give a little something back, it's really what keeps Mox News going. It's really what has kept Mox News on YouTube for the last 10 years. Okay? So I can't thank you enough for that. Stay cool. One of these days this war is going to end. Again, you want to see the full Bernie Sanders rally with Rosario Dawson. There's a clickable link in the text body of the video. It takes you right to the Alternate Mox News YouTube page where it's posted. Okay? Thanks again. My name's Mike. This is my YouTube page.
I am so excited to see all of you here. I'm so grateful to be here myself with my mom. This will be a very personal address because this is the first time I'm speaking out since I lost someone very close to me this week. Someone that is very beloved to all of you, I'm sure, the wonderful artist, Prince. He was a person that love was very important to, unconditional love. He brought that to everything that he did, all of his work, all of his life, all of his relationships. When I was 19 years old, he called me, and he said I was the voice of a generation, and that I needed to work with him on his 1999 sort of remix album that he was doing. He wanted me to do a monologue. And in that monologue, he talked about religion and black and brown bodies overly incarcerated. It was timely then and prescient today. I bring that up because I wonder, actually, if it wasn't for his encouragement, if I'd be standing before you right here, right now, today. Because encouragement is really, really important. And reaching out to people just because of love and care is tremendous. And I can't tell you how many people I have met along this journey supporting Bernie Sanders that have just so touched my heart and motivated my spirit and inspired me. Every time I see a sea of faces like yours, I am just blown away at the majesty of what this country can do.
Okay, meantime, let's talk about the Sanders camp. And he's got his own controversial comments coming from a public figure, yet another supporter in a very public way saying something. So let's play a little bit of the sound from actress Rosario Dawson and then Sanders' reaction to it.
We are really fending for ourselves right now. We are literally under attack for not just supporting the other candidate. Now, I'm with Monica Lewinsky with this. Bullying is bad. She's actually dedicated her life now to talking about that. And now, as a campaign strategy, we are being bullied.
Rosario is a great actress, and she's doing a great job for us. And she's been a passionate fighter to see that we increase the voter turnout, that we fight for racial, economic, environmental justice. What our job right now is to contrast our views compared to Secretary Clinton. That's what a campaign is about. What I will be doing in this campaign is in an issue-oriented way, not by personal attacks, but by contrasting our view to Secretary Clinton.
All right, so Brian, what happens here, when a candidate says, I love the support that I'm getting, especially if you've got these big headliners, people who turn heads, et cetera, but then they say something that the candidate themselves have to then say, well, there's some distance between what was said, the support that I love from them, and who I am and what I represent. Do voters see a difference, or do they see it all as one big, representation of that candidate?
No, I think voters generally will give a candidate a little bit of slack for something their surrogate says because he didn't say it. But in my view, this is a line of attack that Bernie, could take up. I mean, like the email scandal, he could take up the line of attack that the Clintons have, gone after Bill's former mistresses and accusers, and that this is indicative of their character. It's a line of attack.
And there's already a feeling that Donald Trump, if it comes down to Trump versus, Hillary Clinton, that he is going there.
Oh, he absolutely will. And you know what? It may be effective. It's weird to me that Bernie is leaving cards on the table, that he is declining to pursue every line of attack that he could. But, I guess that's endearing in a sense, but he's leaving political capital out there for the taking. He's not taking it.
Except a few things, Ellis. It was Bernie Sanders who said he didn't want to lead a negative campaign. But at the same time, there are two issues here. He doesn't want to lead a negative campaign, even though some things, some people have categorized as being rather negative, recently. And at the same time, this is an area that Donald Trump has almost kind of promised a direction in which he'll go if she is the nominee.
Go for it. It's not going to work. These are some moldy old cards, Brian. The 20-year-old, my God. Seriously, if Republicans want to run against Hillary on Bill's ancient mistresses, it's just not going to work. I would say this, though. Politicians who put out celebrities as if they're some kind of political experts or foreign policy advisors deserve the stupid things those celebrities say. Did you really think Rosario has any insightful things to say about the political system? No, she's there because she's famous, and that's it.
Oh, boy.
You're
going to get a call or a tweet or an email or something from her soon.
You know that?
Okay, well, I don't know about that. All right, we're going to talk again soon. Thanks so much, Brian Ellis. Appreciate it.